PRI week episode. We got new engineering, new development, and some new products. Steve Johnson makes some badass nitrous systems. So we'll go with this. He just did a system for our billet cylinder head right here. Look how clean it is and everything. And what's nice about him is you get a booklet. Oh, I guess you get a t-shirt, so I will take that. But get the booklet and everything with it, all the jets. I don't know. He makes it look very, very easy. So for the end user. But yeah, so there's one right there, and then we got one over here. It's not set up for nitrous, but as you can see, this weighs 9 or 10 pounds. The billet does. It weighs enough, hardly anything, but they still look pretty cool next to each other for sure. So this is in fine up mock-up phase right here. And then you got the valley trays that go with it that we make here. Everything's fitted nicely. Yeah, and the cylinder head on this one is actually this is all O-ringed, so you don't have to run gaskets on it or anything. Okay. Set this back up here so we don't get mixed up. And then just another one right here. It's mocked up. These guys are finishing that up, so we'll probably start porting on. I bet we'll probably start porting on that by the end of the week. All of us will be here all this week because we are not going to PRI because we have too much work to do, and I just didn't think it would be right for us to go there and just haul around when we should be working on the customer stuff. So everyone is staying here, and then we'll come back here and see. We just it looks like a lot of inventory, but a lot of that inventory has been, those already have people's names on them. And then we have all the stuff that comes in that's being serviced. There's shelving units in here with the stuff that comes in to try and keep it all organized. We write build sheets on them when they first come in. So all of this, the majority of this has come in the last 3 days. So we'll spend all day tomorrow morning getting all this organized, getting the build sheets written on it, and then calling the customers to be sure what they need, or if they want any updates, or whatever their needs are for that matter. And you come in here, we got all the sets down here. So the majority of everything in here is finished. So all this stuff's finished. So we are staying ahead of the vendors, so that's all we can do, right? I mean, I'm trying to get everything out as quickly as possible. Next week's going to be a great week, though. We know for sure, as of Friday, where we will have 10 packages going out next week. So they'll be putting those together on Monday and Tuesday, and maybe Biggs will do videos of those while a couple of them will be putting them together. And like I tell everybody, Dave and Ian will be putting together the cylinder heads. Just because it's the last thing to get done, I have the most particular people assembling the cylinder heads. So, because that's the last person to see, and we want it perfect. So you can see we've got a bunch of Jessel rocker systems have come in. This is some of them here. We'll do a video on this. This is for the CID LS7 head. This happens to be for Steve Johnson. So his heads are just about finished. His rockers are finished. We're just waiting on valves. So this is all coming together really well. And then we have big nines right here. These are going on Fletcher Cox's the Philadelphia Eagles card. So a little name drop, I guess. So why not? And then we name drop everything. We got Dave. So this is like all famous people right here. So we got, or soon to be famous. You got Fletcher Cox, Philadelphia Eagles. You got Damon Merchant from the what do they call those things?
Street Outlaws.
Street Outlaws, from the Street Outlaws. So this is his 18-degree stuff too. He's doing a big 9. So this is all his stuff. We got a new elbow for him. We made an MBE elbow for him too. Nothing against Wilson, but we decided to make an MBE one also. And then you can see everything else. All this stuff is just we're just waiting on valves. Everything else, it's finished, ready to go. Let's go in here and see what Dave's got going on in the home room. All right, so we got. These are finished. These are for truck puller, 500 cubic inch. They run the big 9. at 10,000 RPM. I think that's pretty awesome. 10,000 RPM for 14 to 18 seconds. What's nice about this, because of the valve train, it makes everything costless because everything's going to stay together. We just had one of the sanctioning bodies made a rule that you have to run an 11 degree or up to an 18. You can't run a 9, which is ridiculous because it's just going to cost all of the people money. It's unbelievable. Let's go back to 25-year-old technology, but I don't know. Sanctioning bodies sometimes aren't the brightest. Big 9 stuff right here. These are SC1s, but I think everybody knows you can't get SC1 castings anymore. But we have the CID casting that we use, and it makes for a much nicer head. So we got that going for us. Got a set of Hemis in here for service. So, oh, those are done. So these will go out. We got the valves for these, so these will go out also. So these are finished. You wouldn't believe that this is a used set of heads by looking at them, but this is a used set of heads. So this is what happens when you use the better seat materials, and you got a customer that takes care of his stuff. And that, and then that's.
You got to go up front yet. Remember, you got stuff on the bench up there.
Oh yeah, stuff on the bench. You got stuff on the bench. So we're going to be raking a run of Big 9 manifolds. We're finishing up the CAD work for the 9.8 deck stuff. In the past, we didn't offer the billet Big 9 for a 9.8. Everybody needs to understand a DN9 Brodex that manifold will not bolt up to it. You have to use the MBE version. It is a different casting than the Brodex version. So just keep in mind, I can't make that fit on there. But we're making the 9.8 version also, and we'll make a run of 10.2s because we got 1 or 2 left. We got Joey and Scott making end rails for the valley trays. So just like everything else, this evolves also. So when we get really good information from engine builders, we got somebody like Sandy Wilkins got back with us and he said, hey, if you did this, it might make things nicer. And so we made those changes. So now everybody will benefit from it. But, relying on smart people, it makes my job a lot easier. And when you have people like that, they make you better too. And that's pretty nice. So that is this week at MBE.
You still got another head on the machine over here.
Oh, shoot.
Daggone, you want to get out of here and get the doors closed quick.
All over the place. All right, so this is our 18-degree conventional max pull that we spoke about over the years. So, but we had some of the sanctioning bodies made rules against our cylinder head. They said you can't run an 18 to try and make it illegal. You can only use a 20. This is the answer. Now we have a 20-degree conventional head, 2,500 intake valve, all of that. So all of this is available. This is the final stages of finishing all this. So all we have to do is finish the chamber. We just rough the chamber in. The ports are in it. All that's been proofed out. So the toolpath is done on that. By the end of the week, we'll have this laser scanned so we can run all the chambers in it. But 20-degree conventional, no matter what the sanctioning bodies try and do to make things illegal, we'll find an answer for it. And maybe we'll find an answer for that Big 9 too, from that ridiculousness. Anyways, real excited about this because this is going to fit in an NMCA class, so I understand it now. So what an upgrade this will be from like a SR20. Oh my gosh, this is so much better than our own SR20. It's completely, unbelievably better. But not that the SR20 was a bad head, man. That thing evolved. That was a badass thing. I want to be straight. I'm not bad-mouthing that. I'm not bad-mouthing it. But things evolve over 10 years, so that's all I'm getting at right there. Okay, I have much respect for the person that, that developed that, just so everybody knows. All right, well, thank you, everybody, and have a great week.